Okay, so I got cut off there for a second, but maybe this will be a second video. This will be the second video, and if it is, I'm going through my top five favorite, uh, my top five biohacks for great health, and I was on number four. So if this is a second video, then we'll continue with number four. If I put them together, then we're still on number four. So I was talking about the health benefits of kava and the how it's kind of like a very subtle replacement for like alcohol or drugs. And I was touching on how bad alcohol is for you. Uh, it destroys people's lives. I don't want to say it's evil. It's not, but it's out of all the things all the things in our society that are like creating many issues, it's like not the number one thing for health, creating health issues and wrecking people's lives. I'm not against it, but I don't know. Kava. If you don't want to drink, kava might be a good replacement. So I was getting into the history of kava and how they outlawed it. So there are many people that I think originally, maybe 20 years ago or so, I don't know all the specific details, but it was being used. They started using it as a pharmaceutical like 20 years ago. And it was basically fixing people's anxiety disorders. Not all of them, but in general, it was doing amazing work with people's anxiety disorders and other issues too. I think maybe depression and maybe mental focus, other things like that. And at some point, something happened, and they outlawed it like everywhere, because one in like 50,000 people was having like a liver disorder from it or something. Compare that to alcohol or pharmaceutical drugs or street drugs or whatever. The amount of people that get injured from those things is like, 1 out of 10 people, right? And this was like 1 out of 50,000, and they outlawed it, took it all off the shelves, completely banned it. They shut down. They wouldn't let people even do research on it to bring it back on, put it on the shelves. On the shelf, what do you call it? Behind the shelf or in front of the shelf? Anyway, it was nowhere. It was outlawed. I think in Canada it became legal again in 2012, and I think some countries it's still outlawed. But people in the islands, like way in the South Islands areas, like shaman type people, and a bunch of other people, it's like a common drink. Like they'll have it at bars and stuff in some small islands. I don't know where, and they've been doing it for thousands of years. And yeah, anyway, check it out. It's awesome. Do it. It's good. It's good stuff. Amazing. Healthy. It's a health version of, because alcohol destroys your brain. In brain scans, that you actually see holes in the brain, not just the gray matter, the actual brain itself. You'll see holes. I've heard that from Dr. Amen. Dr. Amen. How do you say his name? Dr. Amen? 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 Anyway, he's one of the leading brain doctors in the world. He's done more brain scans than any other person in the world. And he says it causes holes in your brain, and it destroys your liver and your skin and whatever else, your nervous system. And I don't want to say too much bad about it, because I know pretty much every single person on the planet loves it. So I used to love it. It's good, it's great, but do we have healthier alternatives that are 1,000 times healthier? Do we have them? Kava. Okay, so number 5 is magnesium. So magnesium is, everyone's heard, oh yeah, magnesium is healthy, but it's underrated. It's understated how healthy it really is, how much you need it. So the farm soil, the farm soil is depleted of the key minerals that we need, right? Copper, magnesium, iodine, if iodine is a mineral. I think it is. I'm not sure actually. But yeah, sorry. Magnesium. So it's responsible for around 3,500 enzymes in your body. So I think the body naturally has about 900, makes about 900 enzymes. 9,000 enzymes. These enzymes are for digestion and many other things. So 3,500 of those don't work. They can't turn on and do their job properly without adequate magnesium, which is 1/3 of your body's enzymes. So that's pretty important. And there's 300 key chemical reactions that your body needs magnesium for on top of that. I could go on and talk about magnesium forever. It helps, your mitochondria need magnesium to make energy. They can't make ATP without adequate magnesium. Therefore, being low in magnesium can cause chronic fatigue syndrome, or just low energy in the mind or the brain or the body. And then your body stores magnesium. Your body doesn't store everything. It stores some key minerals and vitamins. It stores magnesium, and I think it stores it in the bones, but I'm not sure. And if you've been low for a few years, it can take you years to replenish those stores. And a lot of people recommend upwards of like 1,000 milligrams every day of high quality supplementing of magnesium. And by high quality, I mean, bisglycinate is good. Threonate is good. There's a few of them. Any of them that end in 8, glycinate, threonate. The 8 part is generally a good sign for magnesium. They cost more, but they are more effective. And of course, if you buy magnesium supplements, you want to make sure it says, it's a key phrase. I forget what the key phrase is. To make sure that the amount on the back is what it says it is. I forget what the phrase is. I'll put it in the comments or something. Anyway, so magnesium, you need it for energy. It also protects the cells against stress. So you need, if you're not a calm person or you're stressed out, really your stress is maxed out, or you're nervous disorders, depression, energy, all of these things, it could be a lack of magnesium, and everyone is low in magnesium. And the amounts that the government recommends, it's not right. It's for the amount they recommend every day is that you need to get in your diet is for not developing horrible disorders from a massive lack of it. It's not the optimal amount that they're recommending. They're recommending if you get less than this, you'll have messed up disorders. Not even talking about chronic fatigue and other things. But yeah, so I think I take about 400 milligrams right now, 400 milligrams a day, which is it's the lowest dose. You're supposed to, I think the minimum is 500 milligrams that everyone should be, any a big adult male. If you're a kid, it would be half that amount per day. Yeah, so magnesium, I could talk about that for a long time. Oh yeah, so I will say a few things about balancing certain things. So magnesium, you might need to take a calcium supplement if you take lots of magnesium. So you might need to supplement with calcium. Certain types of calcium don't work. Certain ones are better. That's a whole other topic. And sodium, you need to supplement with sodium too. Sodium and calcium if you are supplementing with magnesium. Say if you have 1,000 milligrams of magnesium every day, but you don't eat salt and you're I won't touch salt, that could cause problems. Could cause a thyroid problem or something. Yeah. So I would recommend, and many other health doctors recommend, a teaspoon, 1 to 2 teaspoons of unrefined sea salt. And how do you tell if it's unrefined? It'll have a gray or a pink color to it. Yeah, every day. You can start your day with a teaspoon in the water. Although that might give you a little bit of diarrhea if you're not used to it for a while, but it's still a good way to start your day. And people say that it causes salt's not good for you because it causes high blood pressure. I get into that, and I've noticed it in myself too. When I up my salt amount, I'll feel like, blood pressure. The thing is, if your body's low in sodium, it turns on certain enzymes or certain chemicals that like increase your blood pressure, right? But if you are regular with your salt intake and you have at least a teaspoon of unrefined every day, it turns off those enzymes or chemicals or whatever that create more pressure. It turns them off, so it lowers your blood pressure over time. There's a lot of things like that, little details that people don't know about. Like if you have a little bit high blood pressure and you start taking if you have a little bit of blood pressure issues, and you start taking the salt, it'll get worse for a little bit, but then over time, it might actually fix your blood pressure problem. Most likely it will, right? With healthy stuff, it can take time for it to work. And yeah, anyway, so with magnesium, you want to add salt and calcium. You could just eat more cheese, maybe. I'm not sure if that works, but yeah, you want like 1 part calcium to 3 parts magnesium at least. Oh, another thing too with taking Lugol's solution iodine is you want to make sure that you're getting sodium too. So another issue with that too is you want to take a teaspoon of good salt in the morning if you're using iodine. So yeah, and you need it with iodine. It works with it. Sodium lets water into the cells, and iodine lets it out, or the opposite. But you need them both together. So anyway, like and subscribe if you're into this at all, and I'm gonna wrap it up there because yeah, I guess we'll make this part two of the top 5. Yeah. Anyway, have a good one. See you around. Cheers. Cheers with kava.